So this person decided to comment this on that video of Lizzo bringing 17 different activists on stage with her to accept her People's Choice Award with her. And I just want to say something really, really quick about it. When you are used to being the center of the story, your face is on the money, you have written the histories that folks are studying, your history is a mandatory class, but everyone else's history is an elective. When you're used to being the center, when you are suddenly decentered, it feels like oppression. I promise you, it's not.
Well, that was a clip from a TikToker who goes by the name The Woke Mama. And she was defending Lizzo because in December of 2022, Lizzo won the People's Choice Award and she brought out 17 activists to speak up on whatever their causes were. And what Lizzo failed to realize was that her audience was mostly white. And so she brought these people on, and there was not any white representation on the stage. And when her fans was calling this out, Lizzo took an attitude with it. That was the beginning of the end for Lizzo, but she didn't realize it because she was so far gone and so far removed from what her fans were saying to her. And she made the mistake that so many celebrities of today are guilty of. They don't respect their fans. Hi, my name is Harriet Eve 9, and welcome to the second episode of my podcast, Wokeitis with Harriet Eve 9.
Come through, I think I need you. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, every night, day. All I wanna hear is the images that we play. Sit right next to you. Not trying not to show how I feel about you. You wish away. We don't really want, I just wanna get away.
Four-time Grammy Award winner Lizzo, new album, BITCH, has flopped. She's blaming her record label for not promoting her album, and she's also blaming the algorithm.
Girl. This girl is delusional.
Lizzo sold 2,650 copies of her new album in the first week, which is absolutely horrible. And she's so out of touch that she doesn't understand that her fans, who were warning her of her behavior, has abandoned her.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Lizzo has taken what was once a promising career and ruined it because of her choices that she's making. First, she's on social media. She talks too much about things that have absolutely nothing to do with her. There's no artist development, so she's not really abreast on all of the things that she should be aligning herself with and things that she should fall back with. The first thing with Lizzo is her political choices. Then she gets into these different sub-communities, whether it be LGBT community, whether it be trans community, whether it be, body positivity. She's all over the place, and people don't look at her as being authentic. And one of the biggest things that I see with not only Lizzo, with so many other female rappers who are also ruining their careers, they don't know how to read the room. You don't have to be everyone to everybody. You just really need to just be yourself all the time and stay off of social media. Your fans should not know more about your personal life than they know about your than they know about your music. Now, here is a clip where Lizzo is at the People's Choice Awards, and she brings on all of these different activists because she's aligned herself with the Democratic Party. She's speaking their talking points and all of this other nonsense of these sub-communities that she's speaking of, and she's not realizing her fans are saying, hey, what about us? She has an entire She's shared the stage with an entire group of people of all races and different backgrounds and things like that, but she does not have anyone who represents her fan base. Here's a look.
Mari Copany, better known as Little Miss Flint. She spent the past 8 years fighting to ensure everyone in Flint and in communities across the nation has access to safe drinking water. She's only 15 years old. This is Shirley Raines. Through her organization, Beauty to the Streets, she makes the human connection with the unhoused people of Los Angeles and makes them feel loved and love what they see in the mirror. Make some noise. This is Yasmin Aker. She's an Iranian-American grassroots activist. She is a voice for the voiceless and works with various organizations supporting the Iranian women and people's fight for freedom and democracy. This is Emiliana Guerreca, and if you've been to a women's march, she's probably behind it. As the founder of the Women's March Foundation, she helped amplify our voices. Meet Esther Young Lim. She's the author of the booklet, How to Report a Hate Crime, and seeks to eradicate barriers and empower the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. Here's Felicia Faye Montez. She's a Chicana indigenous artist and activist, co-founder of the groundbreaking women's collective Mujeres de Maíz. She has created a safe platform for indigenous women of color to express themselves. This is Jayla Rose, a professionally trained dancer who is making sure there's space for transgender and non-binary performers in the dance community. Watch out for that big girl. Meet Kara Roselle Smith, a member of the Chappaquiddick Wampanoag tribe. She works tirelessly to seek justice for Black and indigenous communities and is fighting for land back and reparations. This is Maggie Mireles, and her sister Eva Mireles was a teacher and a hero who lost her life protecting her students during the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Maggie is continuing her fight against senseless and despicable gun violence that has become far too common. Make some noise. I'd like you to meet Amelia Bono, co-founder of Shout Your Abortion, who is working to normalize abortion, increase awareness of abortion pills, and motivate people to work in support of abortion access in their communities. Make some noise. Yeah, we still going. This is Odelia Romero, an advocate and translator for the indigenous peoples from Mexico and Central America who are now living in the United States. Her women-led organization, Cielo, brings daily relief to her community in Los Angeles. Yes. Meet Rabbi Tarlin Rabizadeh. She is committed to building a bridge between Jewish people of all colors and backgrounds, and as an Iranian American, she is fighting to amplify the plight of the Iranian people. This is Sahar Pirzada, who is working on behalf of Muslim women here in America to advance reproductive justice and protect the community from gendered violence and oppressive systems. This is Shandy Moore, who works as a community health educator at Children's Health Hospital in Los Angeles, giving trans and gender non-conforming youth the tools they need to live their lives as their authentic selves. This is Crystal Echo Hawk, a member of the Pawnee Nation of Oklahoma, who seeks to amplify Native voices through her organization. Illuminative, she disrupts the invisibility of Native peoples here in America. Meet Reshma Saujani, who is advocating for the moms. As a founder of the Marshall Plan for Moms, she fights for paid family leave, affordable child care, and equal pay for all. And this is Tamika Palmer. She fights in honor of the memory of her daughter, Breonna Taylor. Say her name! Who was killed in an act of police violence. The Breonna Taylor Foundation has and will continue to focus on pursuing justice for Breonna. Give them their flowers. Power will always be to the people.
Now, as you can see, that video with the People's Choice Awards was in December of 2022. Now, Lizzo had dropped an album that same year that did very, very well. The album name was called Special. Had about 39,000 um, album sales the first week. It was number 2 on the Billboard Hot 200. So she was doing really, really well. But this was also the same time she was at a turning point where her fans were feeling like she had abandoned them for the Democratic Party. She was taking on a lot of the talking points of the Democrats. And now, with her having a predominantly white audience, they felt like she was like, well, I'm black, 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 black. But they knew she was black when they were supporting her before she decided to allow whoever, someone from her team, the Democrats, I don't know who it was, some activist or whoever, she allowed someone to get in her ear. And it, in my opinion, it was the beginning of the end of her career because her fans have now abandoned her because they felt like she abandoned them. Now, with this, at the People's Choice Awards, those 17 different activists that she brought out, none of them white, by the way, like her fan base. I didn't see any of those women on that stage promoting Lizzo's album. Not one. Lizzo was also with Kamala Harris, or Kamala Harris, however her name is pronounced. She's with her in Detroit, Michigan. And she's rallying for her, getting people to get out and vote for her. I didn't see Kamala Harris promote Lizzo's album, but Kamala was definitely sitting at a table pretending as if she listened to Cardi B's music, promoting it, but she didn't do the same thing for Lizzo, which is insane to me. I really don't understand how these entertainers are allowing themselves to be used by these political parties and these people with agendas that do not align with their fan base, which is the reason why this is happening with her. Now, mind you, Lizzo has 26.4 million followers on TikTok. She has 11 million followers on Instagram and 2 on X. You're telling me with all of these people that she has aligned herself with, plus the followers that she has, she could only sell 2,600 albums in 1 week? That's insane to me.
I'm proud to say that I voted. I voted early, and I voted for Kamala Harris. They say voting is not a love letter, it's a chess move. Well, I feel like voting early is not just a chess move, it's a power move. So if you ask me if America is ready for its first woman president, I only got one thing to say. It's about damn time! It's about damn time!
Finally, on February 1st, 2026, the United States Department of Justice released about 3 million of Jeffrey Epstein's files. In those files, there was an anonymous victim that called the FBI intake line to report that she was drugged. And when she woke up, she was in a room with Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and that Pusha T apparently was her trafficker. Inside of those files, there is an email exchange between someone named Jess Staley of the Blue Mountain Capital Group to Jeffrey Epstein. The email was on February 3rd, 2014. And basically, this person is saying that Jay-Z had bought off the Black community, and the Black community should be in the streets boycotting or rioting because of what's being done to the Black community by capitalists, the gentrification, the injustices. What does Lizzo do? Lizzo hops on social media to defend Jay-Z, Pusha T, Diddy. She's doing all of these things that's coming out with the Epstein files. It has absolutely nothing to do with her. And she's wondering, or she's perplexed as to why her fan base has abandoned her, why her music is not selling. And of course, she's going to come out. It's going to be some sort of victim marketing. Give her some time. People are trying to put her in a box. And she's going to say, people are upset with her because she's lost weight. The most ridiculous thing is that her album is not selling because of the algorithm. That is the funniest thing I have heard. This girl says, Lord knows she's as delusional as she wants to be. But take a listen to this clip. And the TikToker responds.
Oh shit. I have to. It's really frustrating to me because there are 3 million files, right? 3 million documents in the files, because over the course of however long this man has been doing these crimes, every email, every text message, everything, just in general about this man's life has been put into these files to scan for illegal activities, right? Every text message you sent to somebody. If you stole an apple from Walmart and you were on trial for stealing an apple from Walmart, is every person in your phone an accomplice? Is every person in your phone, is every email you sent to a person or speaking about a person, does that make that person complicit? Does that make that person a bad guy? No, it doesn't. And that's the same thing with the Diddy stuff. I told y'all, the media is so smart. They're going to make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not going to focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No! That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. And so now they're saying Mom Donnie's mom, who's a filmmaker, they're like, oh, she's on the Epstein list because she was on a guest list for Ghislaine Maxwell's like showing of a political film once. Hey, you're distracted. You just want Mom Donnie to be a bad guy or his mom. A girl can go to a movie premiere. You think Ghislaine Maxwell woke up every single day trafficking children? No. We're losing the plot. And it's just like the American people in the comments. I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was. What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all? Where's the crime? Focus. Comments. I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was. What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the.
No, Lizzo, that's not how this works. We don't demand for years and years for the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files, just for them to release them and us to start defending the people that are on it and questioning the victims. That's just not how this works. And I don't care if it was in the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s. I don't care if it was in the 1800s. If they ever did a crime like this, there is no expiration date in my eyes. There might be statute of limitations, but not in my eyes. If they did the crime, they're going to pay for it one way or the other. So I just want all of us to remember any of these celebrities right now that are trying to defend their friends, that are defending any of these monsters, there is no excuse for anybody that's on that list that did anything to a child, period.
Go, live and go.